Emergent solutions. We can reduce our population to sustainable levels via global wars and epidemics. Everybody can live a developed country lifestyle when only 1 billion or so remain. We'll curb transportation greenhouse emissions by wasting all of our cheap oil. Our fanatical Islamist enemies will be weakened after they finish their internecine jihads. Old growth forests won't be such a divisive issue after they're all cut down and milled. Species preservation will be a lot cheaper once all the useless ones are finally extinct. Numbnut loud pickups and noisy Harleys will go silent when there's no gas to spare. Government meddling is being eliminated thanks to Washington's political paralysis. Once we've strip-mined the seas, there's no worry that the fish are too full of mercury to eat. Global income disparity will disappear when everybody makes 20 cents an hour. It'll all be organic when petroleum-based pesticides and fertilizers are unavailable. Sound bites will be simpler to create once the majority of adults are completely illiterate. OH fees and snowmobiles won't be issues if they cost too much to haul around and run. There'll be no housing shortage when they apartmentize foreclosed mansions. They won't be able to waste fossil water when there's no power for their pumps. Lean and healthy grass-fed beef will be the norm because people will eat all the grain. They'll stop this poisonous salmon farming just as soon as there's no little fish left to feed them. The American prairie will come back when it becomes too hot and too dry to farm. Clean energy won't be an issue when it's either burn coal or simply freeze to goddamn death. Email spam will disappear when the bastards can't afford to run their servers. Won't have to regulate mileage or emissions when gas always costs at least $5 a gallon. Forget greedy developers when the forests are torched and the snow doesn't fall. Once we've sucked the Middle East sands dry, we can just ignore them once again. Our collapsing house of credit cards will halt the Chinese environmental disaster. The Russians, or their conquerors, will prosper when Siberia dries out and thaws out for development. Fertile virgin farmlands will open up in Canada once this warming really kicks in. Australia is set to prosper from unlimited solar potential as it dries out even more. The disruption of the monsoon soon will relieve the filthy overcrowding of those hideous Indian cities. As South Africa becomes a desert, its problem with malaria will be greatly reduced. Millions of fire-blackened acres will curb recreational pressure on our wildlands. The collapse of commercial fish stocks may allow the battered bycatch to recover. Governmental bankruptcy and a lack of military fuel will curb the world's only superpower. Alienation and anomie will evaporate in the struggle for simple, everyday survival. Multinational corporate collapse will put their faceless leaders where commoners can get their hands on them. Obesity, diabetes, and high blood pressure will disappear, right along with cheap food. Blunt reality may finally force us to again reinvent our tired and failed religions.